And it sucks that the game is causing burnout among people, you know? And he's out of there. There's what we're looking for, boys. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because we are running probably one of my more favorite tribals, typals, whatever you want to call it now, families of cards, which is going to be Orzhov Clerics. Yeah, Clerics is actually at a place where they have enough cards to build a viable deck in and of itself, okay? Part of that has to do with the Cleric Bats, but we have a lot of Clerics regardless of that actually fit in. Cleric Vampires, Cleric Vamps, Cleric Cores, Cleric Humans, enough to make it worth it. So this idea, this deck idea, somebody said, Stignox, actually good friend of the channel, Stignox said, hey, what about a Cleric deck with a little bit of, tribe support? Well, we have it right here, Orzhov Clerics. So before we get down to this one, guys, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button. Because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe. It's just going to happen. He's going to rip you up. He's going to tear you down for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for live streaming goodness. We would love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. That would be great. You can check out our Discord community for all the latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, ask questions. Come join us. It's our community. It's right there in Discord. We'd love to have you there. And of course, this deck and all the other decks that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, you go right down into that AetherHub and you will find it. So what are we talking about when we talk about unholy? Yes, we are going to get unholy with these clerics. Well, we have a lot of cleric support right now. Part of it's going to be life gain. Whenever you're doing a cleric deck, life gain is going to be essential, kind of, because clerics do command life and death, okay? So we're going to be running the spectrum here, but gaining this life is also going to feed into the really good card Essence Channeler and just generally add to our survivability. That's very good against mono red or any other big go wides that are going to burn us up. Gaining that life is just a cushion that we can deal with. For removal, I ran this with less removal, and it wasn't working. We have to go 3 cut downs and 4 Bitter Triumphs. Bitter Triumph, I'm not too worried about that much anymore. The reason I'm going with it, I don't really care about discarding a card because I have Reanimator. And I can discard a card and bring it back pretty effectively with this deck. I also don't really care about the life loss, again, because of the ability to gain life in it. It's not that big. So against your aggro and against your planeswalkers and other stuff. If you want to do other types of removal, you want to do any kind of other destroys, sure. You could definitely do them. You could, I'm never gonna be mad at you for running something like a destroy evil or even get lost. It's not the worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. But that's what I'm choosing personally. So life gain and removal. What do we want for our clerics? Well, Ellis Ilkor, yeah, she's a Phyrexian core cleric. That's a classic one right there. It's an uncommon. She's a really good gain and drain effect right here. 1 black and 1 white, 2/2 Deathtouch, great blocker for that. Whenever another creature enters, you gain 1 life. Whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So if the more stuff you lose, they lose, and the more stuff you gain, you gain. Really, really effective right there. If we're going for the gain and drain effect on it, why not throw in the Essence Channeler? 1 white and 1, 2/1. As long as you've lost life this turn, Essence Channeler has flying and vigilance. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter in Essence Channeler, and then whenever Essence Channeler dies, you get to transfer all those 1/1 counters to somebody else, which is extremely useful overall. Really, really cool stuff. Just a powerful card, guys. People struggle with this card. Not only can it come out really explosively, like Case of the Uneaten Feast and Ellis Ilkor, you could immediately drop this as it would come out as a 4/3. which is crazy. It would immediately gain 2 life, and it would be a 4/3. And even if they do direct removal, those 2/2 counters would go somewhere else. So just a dangerous card altogether right there. Human Cleric, yeah, Shadowrite Priest from Dominaria. All clerics we control get +1/+1. 1 black and 1. It is a cleric captain right here. It will put out a total effect on all of our clerics, with Essence Channeler is 1 and Elis Ilkor is 1. Extremely useful, just increasing the general power of everything in the area, especially if we get multiple of these down, really useful. We can also sacrifice a creature, search for a black card, and put it on our battlefield, then shuffle for 5. So we can actually summon anything we want by sacrificing something. Elis Ilkor will cause him to lose life if we sacrifice something, and of course we can resurrect it. We can actually pull off some cool combos there with Zoraline and Shadowrite. Starscrape. It is a bat cleric. It is not just a regular old bat. It is a bat cleric. The bats. Somebody made fun of me because I said the bats are the ecclesiastical arm of Bloomburrow, and they thought that was funny. But they are. They are the ecclesiastical, the religious arm of the Bloomburrow people. They maintain the balance of life and death, and they're the religious people of, well, religious critters of Bloomburrow. Starscrape I love because I love gain and drain effects. You know, it's a veto effect right there. 1 black and 1 bat cleric offspring, meaning that you can pay 1 black and 1, and it will be you'll get another token of it that does these similar effects. So anytime you gain life, they won't just lose 1 life, they'll lose 2 because you have 2. I think 4 of these is certainly justified. Playing with these, even just playing in and out with Case of the Uneaten Feast and Elis Ilkor, and playing these in and out is enough to hit gain and drain really effectively. And again, it will benefit from Shadowrite Priest. Sanguine Evangelist, a vampire cleric from Ixalan. Yes, 1 white and 1. This has the lovely ability of creating a bat when it enters, which will trigger enter the battlefield effects twice. Now you're starting to see where we can combo out some things. Like, you play this on turn 3, and then of course if you have like Starscrape and Uneaten Feast, you do 1, 2, and you play this, you get 2 enter the battlefield effects because you get her and the bat, which means that you gain 2 life for each one, which means that you gain 4 life total, which means they lose 4 life total for 1 Starscrape cleric. You got 2 Starscrapes out, they're going to lose 8 life. That's pretty effective, guys. That's starting to stack these gain and drain removals, and again, she benefits from Shadowrite Priest and all the other cleric effects that we have. She also has the added benefit of Battle Cry. She's a 2/1 vampire cleric. When she swings in, all other creatures get +1, which is really effective. And when she dies, she creates a creature as well, which will trigger the gain and drain effects or enter the battlefield effects of your life gain or drain over and over again. Even board wipes or removal, you get a benefit from that. What I really like from that is Essence Channeler and Sanguine Evangelist in this removal heavy meta, which I know you all are going through right now, when people are just killing. You get an upside for them killing you. So you get the 1/1 counters for getting killed from Essence Channeler, and you get the you get an extra bat from Sanguine Evangelist being killed. Can't do anything about exile, but I can give you some upsides regarding that. If you know you're going to get knocked out, you know you're going to get bonked in the head with these removals, you might as well benefit from it. Preacher of the Schism, you know I've said it before, if you're a longtime viewer, probably one of the best black cards out there, regardless of whether or not it's a vampire cleric or not. Just an amazing card. 1 black and 1 black and 2 vampire cleric Deathtouch. Whenever Preacher of the Schism attacks, the player with the most life, or tied for the most life, creates a 1/1 vampire creature token with lifelink. Whenever Preacher of the Schism attacks, when you have the most life or are tied for the most life, you draw a card and lose 1 life. So you're either creating a token, which of course would trigger creature enters the battlefield effect, which would possibly trigger Starscrape for the gain and drain right there. Okay, you're starting to see a lot of synergy here. Or we would lose a life and we would get to draw a card, which is useful. And don't forget, losing a life will give this guy flying and vigilance, and if we gain life, it gets +1/+1, so you can give it flying just off the attack. Like, you can be attack, Preacher of the Schism goes off, we lose the life, and we draw a card, and whenever we lose life, she gets to fly. There you go. So that's a really good combination play right there. Patchwork Banner. This is another Lord effect overall. It's another Anthem effect. Patchwork Banner right here. 3. It is a 3-drop that generates mana and gives creatures you control +1/+1. Choose a creature type. Guess what creature type we're going to pick? We're going to pick clerics. You could choose bats. You could choose vampires. If you wanted to do more on the second or third ones, I don't think it's really necessary because everything that we have is a cleric. But there are some bat tokens that may not get it, but clerics. Between Shadowrite Priest and Patchwork Banner, you're going to have ample mana and everything getting +2/+2. You're going to be building a big, solid board. You know, you're talking about 4-6 Death Touchers going in and stuff like that. You're going to have really beefy cards going in the sky everywhere. They're going to be out of cutdown range. They're going to be hard to burn up just because the sheer amount of life and life, power, and toughness that they're going to have and are going to require to kill. So it really is kind of an anti-mono red measure and just puts extra meat on the board right there. And it gives you that extra mana that you can go. So it is a little bit of a ramper. You know, you could play this on turn 4 and you could actually put down Patchwork Banner and play a Essence Channeler. Or play it on turn 4, Patchwork Banner. That costs 3 mana. You have 1 left mana and this one, and then you can play Shadowrite Priest. That means turn 4, every single cleric you can get gets +1/+1, which is extremely cool. We're going to finish off with my girl Zoraline. Zoraline, the Queen Cosmos Caller. 1 black, 1 white, and 1 legendary creature, Bat Cleric. Another cleric for you. Flying and Vigilance. Whenever a bat you control attacks, you gain 1 life. Great combination plays here, especially with Sanguine Evangelist, Essence Channeler, and all the other bats that we have. We're not totally batted out. We have a lot of non-bats on this one. But the main ability that we want is not only the gain and drain effect of the life gain right here for the Flying and Vigilance, the fact that every single turn we can pay 2 life, 1 black and 1 white for the Orzhov effect, which is return a mana value 3 or less card from the graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. If you can see, I have strategically placed everything in our deck to be 3 or less. There does not exist a card in our deck that she cannot resurrect when she feels like it. Now, they do come back with a finality counter, but you are starting to talk about every single time that we enter or we attack, that we can resurrect something else for the gain and drain effects, for all of the other things. Remember, we could immediately bring back a Sanguine Evangelist, a Preacher, whatever we want, is extremely powerful. I'm not worried about that life loss. We're going to gain that life back. Don't worry about losing that 2 life. And we'll usually have that extra mana from Patchwork and everything else that will be set up to play Zoraline. The big threats on the board, the big mana gains, the big push and pull with these cleric combo here. So yeah, big thanks to Trexodactyl for pointing that out, that we actually probably had a pretty good clerics deck to pick from here. We're going to take a look at the statistics right here. Hey Capra, 25 creatures altogether. All of them are clerics. Some bats, vampires, humans, cores, Phyrexians, a little bit of everything. All clerics though. 7 instants, 3 artifacts, 3 enchantments, 23 lands altogether, which is extremely useful on a 2.2 average. You could maybe go 22 lands. You're risking it if you go that low. You are kind of risking getting kind of land stuck because you are getting a land effect from Patchwork Banner, but you may be shooting yourself in the foot a little bit, so that is a little bit dangerous. All right, so that all being said, on the sideboard, like I said, we could be running some Destroy Evil right here. We could be running some Get Lost if you want to run some alternative removal. I don't really have that many changes for lands. Of course, I'd say Caves of Koilos is kind of important for dealing 1 damage to ourselves, so we can maybe pull the Essence Channeler trick. We could just purposefully damage ourselves to give her flying right there. Concealed Courtyard if you want to go fast, 7 and 7, and 1 Restless Fortress for the gain and drain effect. I don't want to come in too hot on those lands. Also, what the other one that I completely forget to do, which I completely forget every single time, is I forgot to put the caves in there. You gotta have your caves in there. You're gonna choose cleric, and then you're gonna be set up against your counter spells like that. If you want to do the villages, I don't really think that you really need the villages too much. You could do them. I'm a little worried because you know, we don't really have too many, but you could certainly do them if you wanted. You could do 1 and 1. I just always forget to put the bonus lands in. I'm so bad about setting up lands. So that's what we're looking at with Unholy. This is how clerics go. Don't also forget, I think I forgot to bring up the Poison Case on Eaten Feast. You get the Enter effect. Don't forget to solve. If you actually gain 5 life, you can resurrect. You can play things from your graveyard for free. Well, not for free, but you can cast stuff from your graveyard. So you do have a couple of options of Resurrector between Zoraline, Case of the Uneaten, and all this other stuff here. So really, really good synergy and combination plays between clerics, bats, vampires, all that good stuff. We're going to get into it here. We're going to get into some ranked and do it. Let us get into it. We were playing some Trexo tokens earlier. Maybe we'll save that one for later. Let's jump into unranked real quick just to make sure we got it right, and then we'll jump into ranked. Let's get into it, boys. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Here we go. Let's get into the game. Don't forget to like either. It really helps the channel. Right? Or let me see what it does. I gotta read the... I'm not gonna tell you yes or no until I can read the card. Land creature token. Let's read the mechanics of landfall. Landfall does ability create that triggered abilities when entering the battlefield. I'd have to see if that works. I'd really have to. I don't want to steer you wrong and say, because you're creating tokens, you aren't actually playing land, so I don't know if that would trigger 100%. I don't want to, again, I don't want to steer you wrong here. Interesting. I'm leading combat for creature 4 or more. Okay. Demonic Ruckus, very nice. So they do count as forest lands for Nisa. Okay. All right, so there's that. We know that. Okay. Well, that's good to hear then. Okay, so yeah, you could do that with the lizard. I think it's probably harder to lay out than it is to... it's probably a little trickier to hit off than the other ones, to be honest. He's gonna rush in, and that's not the right move. It's actually the wrong thing to do to go in with double strike. So we're gonna block that with that, and that with that. Oh, I got Case of the Uneaten Feast coming in. Boom. The other issue is that Wake in the Woods is slow in this meta. It is slow, yeah. It's really a finisher. Like I said, I feel like you maybe we're kind of overshooting our boundary there. We're kind of going way past where we need to. But it would be a fun combo. It would be fun though. I think it would be fun to play. You could throw it in a landfall deck, but I don't know if that I would consider it like all time. Boundary Lands Ranger. Wow, Boundary Lands Ranger doing work here. Okay. Can't block. Oof. Creature of the Chazm. All right. Ruckus. Very nice. Very nice. He's going to discard and draw. Did you get anything good? Probably not. I'm going to let him hit. Boom. I don't want him to draw 50 cards. Cleric. All right. He may be on bad shaky ground here. Trexodactyl, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. So he can get some there. You can draw. Okay. Block that with that. That with that. That with that. I'm going to block as much as I can here. I don't trust him not doing something fucking wild. Yeah, there we go. Joe Bunny Girl, Joe, everyone talking about lack of Bunny Girl. Y'all got like the Bunny Girl? Was that attracting viewers? Listen, I am not but a slave to viewers. If that one works, you let me know. All right, let's try to get this into ranked now. Let's see. We've kind of got a slow roll here, but let's try it. Braindead, thank you so much for coming, guys. Welcome to the show. I really like cleric decks. Back in the day, I used to run a lot of cleric decks. Ba, 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 ba. Not a bad 1, 2, 3. Okay, Ops goes first, which I don't like. If he's running aggro, it's going to be an issue, but we'll see here. Persistent Marshstalker. Let's do this. Boom. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Concealed Courtyard. Let's do Evangeline. Evangeline herself. Boom. I think we can flurry out removals here if he's not going to play them. I think this guy's playing my friend deck. Who's he going to grab? Who's going to be a basic S2-2? Wait, hold on a second. I can actually block them. No, that's the one that can block them. They can block them then. Pay 3 life. Azure is going to be a problem. And then, of course, we're going to discard a card. Actually, we'll wait. It is a big rat. It is indeed a big one. Would it be wild if you're streaming and hit a wall of fire, and then when your subscribers put up against? Yeah, it would be wild if I was like up against the wall of fire, and then one of my streamers, one of my viewers, like the game that I needed to get through, was one of my viewers, and he just kicked the shit out of me, and was just like, man, welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker. That would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny, I think. I needed something better than that Zorleen there, but we're gonna go for it. All right. Hopefully he doesn't have kill. If he's got kill, we're in bad shape. If Zorleen's able to get off, I think we're okay. Oof. Sad tap land. Yeah, it would have been perfect if we would have got the other one, but it happens. We're gonna do this. Auto pay, boom. Hit. Okay. None. Now we got a pretty good defense set up here. Pretty decent defense set up. Trex, you were... oh, Gunhaver said no thank you. I feel like Trex might have been on autopilot, and he was just like, beat people. Beat people, beat people. It doesn't matter if it's Jay. Why didn't you save the triumph for the legend? He was never gonna attack with the legend. He was scared of losing it. So I made a gamble on that. I didn't want him to gain life. I wanted to suppress some of his other creatures. The legend also had ward 2, so it would have taken up my entire turn to spend the mana on it. I would have had to spend 4 mana, lose 3 life, or lose a card. So it would have been a huge investment to kill the Vran. And I had a feeling he was never really going to push with it. So I didn't think it was too huge of a threat. I would have rather put it down on something else. Talking about, yeah, well, you could have played it slightly more optimally. And it's like, okay... nobody likes to be backseat gamed. Even people who are, oh wow, opponent goes first. Jeez, I'd love to go first with this deck one of these days. You know, it's fine to give advice and be like, hey Jay, you know, maybe this card would be a good choice, or did you forget about that card? That might be legitimately a good idea. It's another thing to just constantly bitch about how somebody is playing the game. Nobody wants to fucking hear that. Nobody wants to hear it. If you were playing, would you want somebody going, you did that wrong, you did this wrong, you should have done this better? Of course not. Absolutely fucking not. You would not. Oh, Grad, VTuber Aurora, I pinged you on that because I was hoping that you'd see it. Everybody plays different. Everyone's mind doesn't work that way, man. You know, it's kind of like the people screaming at the NFL, you know, the teams. Oh, run a pass back, touchback. You should have ran a forward guard. You know, you're yelling at people who are in the moment. You're watching from your couch. You know, you don't need to. You know, we don't need to kind of backseat quarterback everything. It's different when we're in the moment. We're trying to move quick. We're trying to talk to chat, which is a whole other thing. You know, we're trying to talk to chat. We're trying to. What did you change 2 cards in it? What'd you change? I didn't see. I mean, I always tell people, listen, I'm not trying to fucking play fucking flawless. This isn't the Grand Prix. This is fucking Platinum, dude. We're playing for entertainment and fun. This isn't the fucking world championship, man. We can take it a little easy. It's okay. We're gonna be fine. But people really fucking get upset, man. They lose it. You know, they're angry. Hey, what's up, the Bowie? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, you learn from it. You can learn from your losses, man. It's not the worst thing in the world. He is gonna do it. Obviously, I'm gonna take I'll take 2 and kill your biggest card, of course. Jasper Flint's and some cool synergies. Wasn't saying it's better or worse. My idea. No, don't discount yourself, Aurora. You don't gotta knock yourself down to say, oh, my ideas are terrible. I should just shut up. No, of course not. It's probably a good synergy. You know, he's gonna hit me for 6 here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Beauregard Mentor. I always tell people, you should be taking my decks and you should be doing something different with them. You know? You should be modifying them in some kind of way. Absolutely, you should. There's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with taking my decks and changing them up a little bit. Ooh, that was bad. That's a fucking L right there. That was fucking bad. Who keeps that, dude? God damn. L. I don't have enough removal. I'm starting to realize this. I clearly need to play way more kill cards. This is way, way, way less. Yeah, but for whatever reason, people really backseat game Magic really bad. Like, I think it's particularly bad in the Magic sphere. I feel like it's, yeah, I feel like it's a particularly hard on Magic players. For the sole reason of, I don't know, it's just something about Magic lends itself to that bad situation. I don't feel like Call of Duty players, someone's gonna be like, you should have shot that guy. Well, like, obviously, yeah. I think when there's a lot of different strategies that you can think of right away, it's not so Twitch. I'm sure people criticize on other stuff, but Magic has, like, you sit there, the streamer's gonna sit there and look at the plays for like 5 or 10 seconds. Everybody has time to think about what they would do, and I think that provides a lot of time for other people to go, this is the right move, and then somebody makes something different, and it's kind of like you're being told you're wrong. You know what I mean? It's like when you're like, okay, now play this, this, and this, and the guy does something different, you're kind of almost subtly telling them, the streamer's almost like saying, I'm going to do this. You're wrong about what you would do. And I think people get upset by that. I think people are, like, weirdly aggravated by when people don't take their advice about what to do. They get, like, mad about it. Which in itself is kind of an odd thing. He's got a removal in the hand here. Boom. But I think it is particular. It doesn't bother me that much when people are really rude about it in chat. I've warned them if they're like really digging at me. I've said, hey man, slow down, analyze what you're talking about. You know, take a breath. It's gonna be okay. I'm never. I feel like I'm never mean to people. Amalia, we already did Amalia. Jay's your pre-con provider. He's gonna play another kill card. No, he's not. Oh my goodness, he did not play another kill card. He's gonna do it now. He's gonna do it. There we go. Sewer King. No, you're not getting that. How many more kills does he have? That's the real question. Hillbilly, 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 hillbilly. How many more kills does he have? No, he's got the skitter. He's going to take the schism. Innkeeper's talent. Wow. Okay. If this is the Vraska, we're dead. No, wait. He doesn't. He hasn't a leveled up Innkeeper yet. Well, he needs a removal right now. Yeah, Bowie, that's true. Chasing rank can be very unfun. Man, we keep flooding with this deck, man. That's a big problem. Wow. Wow. If he doesn't have kill, he's gonna exile some from the graveyard. Boom. Gonna go in. He may wipe right here. Vine Reaper, no. Food token, that'll help him. He eats the food. Oh my god. Wow, it just doesn't want to give me a fucking time of day, does it? The food saved his fucking life. Food saved his goddamn life. Let's see what he's got here. Maybe he'll try to swing in with the cottage and I can kill the Vine Reaper. And that would be great. Yeah. Because he can do 9, 10, 11. He can do, oh, I'll do the cottage. It'll kill him. Because that's going to be 15. Creates a food. Three. Kill the 3. Boom, he's going to create a food token. Boof, 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 boof. Close. Got close. Zorleen. I mean, Ellis Ilkor. That's too damn big. Keep swinging. Nope. What's the difference between the sewer kind and the rat king? I mean, they all live in the sewer, so it doesn't make sense to be the sewer king, the rat king. Is there a difference? I mean, he's the king of the sewer. He might be not king of all rats. Okay. There we go. Prosperity Tycoon. Muskrats. A little bit early removal. If we get the 3rd mana, we may be able to get it. Boom. Absolutely bolt the bird. No way, shape, or form are we letting the bird get through. I need the 3rd mana. Fuck your forge. Hey, what's up, Marathon? Glimpse the reactor core. Which Streamlabs are you having trouble with? Slobs? Oh, so you're having trouble with slobs? What's wrong with it? What's it doing bad? Raptor. I'm not letting you ramp, dude. Boom. Hammer Skull, that's fine. Alright, if we can get Zoraleen down without getting fucking immediately murked here, which may be the case, we can survive. He's going in. We're gonna take that hit. Nope, we absolutely cannot. Holy shit, who thought they would play that in a dinosaur deck, dude? What the fuck, man? What the absolute fuck, dude? They should ban that card. Absolutely, they should fucking ban that card. I hate that card so goddamn much, man. Fuck me, bro. I fucking hate that card. Who fucking plays Sunfall in a Selesnya dinosaur deck? Trex, I'm calling the Dinosaur Council on this guy. This is a clear violation. Oh, White Sun's fucking Twilight. Look, what is this shit? Absolutely, what is this shit, dude? What the ever-loving fuck is this shit, man? What in the ever-loving fuck is this shit, dude? What in the ever-loving fuck is this shit, bro? Fucking Sunfall, man. Sunfall in a dinosaur deck. Absolute fucking trash, man. And I said, if we can get Zoraleen out without something happening, we'll be okay. And he fucking Sunfalled. We would have killed him on that hit. This is a dude, this is somebody playing mono white wipes, and he's convincing himself he's playing a dinosaur deck. Yeah, he fucking wiped twice in a row, bro. No, it doesn't matter that I have that I have fucking 8 board wipes in it. This is not a control deck. It's really more of like a ramp tempo deck. That's somebody lying to themselves about playing control. That's somebody absolutely in denial about it. They just do not want to be playing control, and they really want to, but they're like, no, the board wipes work synergistically with some of the other dinosaurs. Bullshit, man. Just don't lie to yourself. I like playing control. I like it when my opponent has no fucking creatures. You can just say it, man. It's okay. You just say it. Innkeepers. Boom, boom. Strange. Boom, 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 boom. I agree with you, sir. He's got a white. He's got one white. What's he going to do? Boom. Kills it. What is with the flooding? What is with the flooding here, guys? He's not getting any mana. Okay, so there's a mana. Another Innkeepers. Alright, well, at least he can't play a fucking turn 4. No, he can play a turn 4 board wipe. He absolutely can. There's Rolanda and Herald of Invasion. Level 2. Put 1/1. Boof. Land. Discard a card. Yes. Gonna slam somebody out. Elspeth Smythe. Boom. Oof. 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 What is with the flooding, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so we need to search our library for another cleric. Sacrifice another cleric. Search our library for a cleric. What could we search that would be worth it? Sacrifice another cleric. Search your library for a black creature. Put it onto the battlefield. What would kill him immediately? Nothing, really. We can do that at any time. So let's see. Playing 40 lands again. Yeah, I know. Tolsmere. Legendary Wolf. I think he's dead anyways. Yeah, he's dead anyways. Didn't get the right combo there. Why do I flood? Wait, I have 23 mana in this deck. Why do I flood? That's the real question. But believe it or not, despite some of these losses, we're actually positive. We're actually a 70% win rate with this deck. We've been on the draw 9 times. Can I offspring from your hand? I think you can only. I think it's not one of those that when it comes into play, I think it's when you play it. When you cast this spell, you may pay offspring. I think that's how it works. Because if I could have played it, I might do when you cast the creature. Yeah, so just returning it, I don't think is going to do anything. The only person to play in a Trax deck. Did I do that? That seems unlikely. He's got a removal. He's probably gonna play it. Yeah, he can't fuck. He hates fucking cards. Oof. Bandit's Talent. Game. Relentless Nightmare. Alright. We just need a third drop here, but he's going to play more discard. Oh man, he got fucked up, didn't he? My man got fucked up. We both got fucked up. Oh, there he goes. Fountain Port. Alright. Alright, you gotta reshuffle there. My turn. Wow. Alright, here's the black. Liliana the Villiana. Please don't be a tap land. Please don't be a tap land. Woo! Got him. There we go. I don't even remember that deck. Did I ever make a video out of it? I don't think I did. Childressy? Yeah, no. Not gonna help. I did? I played a deck with Atraxa in it? I literally don't remember doing that. I must have been in a dark place in my life. I must have been in a really dark place to have done that. Hey, what's up, Big Bear? The Wolfie. Used it all in the last game. No second land, yeah. I was pretty impressive for not coming up with any lands. I gotta be honest with you guys. It was right after the Awubble deck. Okay. Gunhaver. Mochi. Oh, man, you're getting me here, guys. Oh, fuck. Ah, man. Let's go for it. Why not? He's a little slow. If that's not a land coming up, I'm in bad shape. We'll start with a Scar Scrape. Hey, I don't think you should say janking off like crazy. I think that might... Marathon with the flood emotes. Thank you for that. We need the flood support. I got a bunch of these. I don't really care if he fucking counterspells them. Trek's like, yeah, me and you, Jay, we were janking off together left and right, man. We couldn't stop janking off. You remember, right? Every night, janking off. Me and you, we were there. Boom, boom, boom. We were just janking it, no shame. You janked it a little bit, I janked it a little bit. It was whatever, man. You know, we were just... I went to the game store for the first time. I think I'll stick to play Magic and Arena. Didn't realize how expensive it is to play. It can be quite expensive. This is known. This is known. This is in fact known. I'm gonna play that. Might play a counterspell. I'm going to hold cards because I don't think that he's going to do anything good here. He's going to do something bad. He's going to do something real bad, isn't he? Yeah, he wants to. Into the flood. There you go. Gift of Fish. Let's try Essence Channeler here. Lockdown is sure going to suck. Yeah. If we hit it. He seems to be going talents, though. Bird Azorius. Also known as Bird Zorius. Who was the dude that I had to do a wellness check on, Trex? Negative. I like that you cracked -1 land. I drew an anti-land. It destroys a land from... It's the CGB tokens? Okay. That you're like, hey, look, I just beat XYZ for 800 damage. And I was like, I need to check on this, whether or not this man is well or not. And he's like, no, I like it. I like when he beats me for 800 damage. That wasn't Gypticus, was it? The frogs. Human decks took a beating this rotation. Yeah, they did. They did. There was just somebody, and you're like, I just beat this dude for 800, and I was like, you kept doing it, and I was like, I don't think that's good. And he was like, no, it's good, I like it. I was like, okay, if he agrees to it, if it's consensual. There we go. We got him out. Very nice. Okay. Board wipe? Does they run board wipes in this? There we go. Actually, going to cost him a little bit of life there. Hopefully he plays out. Let's say Cleric. He'll do a counter spell, maybe. No? Builder's Talent. Okay, so let's try this. Star Scrape. Get lost. Boof. Hit. Pop. Yeah, I've heard a few people saying that he doesn't seem to be really enjoying standard that much, which is a shame. I think a lot of content creators are going through burnout, which is sad. I don't want that. I don't want to see that. He's very influential, and it sucks that the game is causing burnout among people. And he's out of there. There's what we're looking for, boys. There's what we were looking for. All right. Took a little bit, but bats turned the corner. I mean clerics. This is not bats. Well, it's bats, vampires. It's clerics. There's actually humans in this and Phyrexians. We do get some good combos. It does take a little bit to get set up. I feel like it does take a little bit of time to kind of establish itself. But when it does, it does. And it does have good resurrective properties. Between the ability of Sanguine Evangelist to lay down a creature when it dies and Zorleen resurrecting, I feel like it's got pretty good. And I think the only thing I said was missing was we were getting outgunned, so we had to bring in bigger straps to take them out. So overall, it did climb, despite 2 really hard control games and one of them that took 10 minutes. It does get you there, and I like it. I like Zorleen, period. On the play, 70%. Total 68%, which is not bad stats for a Orzhov Clerics. So definitely not a bad one. And listen, it's not the last time I'm going to play Zorleen because I love her. She's bae. She's one of the best cards. She's just so cool. She's the best. So until next time, guys, I've been Jay Villainy. Be great. Thank you for coming, and we'll see ya. Bye-bye.